Hi, welcome to our league match against Athens Owls. It's against Con. He hasn't beat us in quite a while when we were third line up, I don't think. I don't know when he last beat us, but not recently. But he might get his chance today, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. He's I think realistically, I think he's a mid-table team, and realistically, I think that's sort of where we're hoping to be. So probably a good gauge, really, just to assess where we're at, if nothing else. So, to a degree, I mean, we have got a bit of an injury crisis still, and we have been pretty bad, really, throughout this period of time. But yeah. I'm going to bring the holding midfielder onto the bench. So 3 attacking options, 3 defensive options. So we can be pretty dynamic here. It's actually, I think the bigger loss for us really has been Mallet. Actually, it's something we need to bear in mind. It's hurt, just that creative force. He's 20 in passing, and it just has hurt. Our team really struggled to create anything last match, and we're selling some of this. Fortunately, oh gosh, it's very competitive, very competitive. It's very competitive, this league. It always was, and this is just bad. This is just bad. I honestly don't know what to do. Just not back off quite so much. Go a bit less attacking, I think. But we just don't have the raw quality. This is one of the problems, and losing 3 starting players really hurt, especially our main creative force, and just this is just bad. This is really bad. I mean, I feel like at this point we just really want to not concede. And it was a decent plan last match, and we just didn't make the subs quick enough. And we ended up losing 1-0, a match that we might have been able to snatch a draw. And we've got lucky here. We've snatched the lead against the run of play. I think we can press some more now. I think we can just try to grind out an against the run of play 1-0 win. That's basically the game plan. Slow this tempo down. Still got pretty good chance flow, and I don't think we can't absorb chances like this for the rest of the match. I don't think. we won't get there. But we are creating a little bit ourselves. There's always a chance that we might hit a second. Uh-oh. Ooh. Had a bad feeling there, and my sinking feelings seem to prove me right more often than I'd like. But this, yeah, come on, let's just get to half time. I really just don't think pausing it. I really just think that we are really just desperately want to get to half time without conceding. Okay, so now we can change that. Sala, right, selection. I think Sala can come in. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh, thank goodness. And yeah, really just not doing too well here. I don't know if that's how you spell it. Yeah, I feel like if we win this, it's because our keeper gets a 10 out of 10. You know what? I'm just pausing it already, and I just really feel like to get a fresh defender out there. Press a bit more now. You know what? I just think we've got to take the risk here. He's going to outplay us. Let's see what he does first. I'm not wasting pause time. Let's see what he does. Pause. Hopefully we don't concede straight away. Okay, I think now we can pause. Right, let's play with a striker and 5 across the back. Nice. We're taking a risk here that we might get an injury or whatever, but I just think it's a risk that realistically we just have to take it, and hopefully we get because we just can't, we just have to take it. That's the reality. It's just a risk we have to take. we're completely on the back foot here. We need every little thing that's going to help us here to win, I think. And getting a fresh defender on is just going to help. Oh no, after his great performance. Okay. So we're still on track for his 10. Can he get his 10 out of 10? So close. And we're defending okay. Actually, we've been defending okay since we've set up. It would be a real shame to lose it now, but it's possible that it could happen easily. So he's starting to, but I don't know if that's overcommitting or not. Might be slightly, might work out okay for us. Not sure, maybe it's okay for him, maybe it's not too bad, not like us, we're a bit over the top. We're still creating about ourselves, as you can see. I think he has overcommitted, because you can see from the, you know. And we just got to wear that, basically. That's the risk that we took when we made that third sub, but realistically we were always going to make it before the last minute of regular time. So we were unlucky, so to speak, but not really, because it was going to happen anyway, whether we made that sub then or whether we made it 10 minutes later. Okay, got there. GG, unlucky. He was unlucky, but this is the thing, right? Because we're always on the back foot. It was never looking good for us. This is the reality is. I mean, I think when he had to overcommit and whatever, we did all right. But then we got a player injured, and then it was always going to be, you know. Obviously, having 10 men on the pitch is a disadvantage, so it's possible that he might have scored and whatever. But I think, you know, that third sub always had to happen before then, so that's a bit by the by to a degree. We always had to keep pressing and be aggressive and try and fight tooth and nail here. We had to take the risks. That's the thing. The risk that this could happen, it was a risk that had to be taken. So, but you know, in a nutshell, the match was basically he was outplaying us, he was outplaying us, he was outplaying us. We adjusted because we were being so badly outplayed. We just needed to survive and not concede. That was the priority. Just don't concede, don't concede. Because as long as we didn't concede, then and he was outplaying us, then really there's two parts to this. So the first part is we might score. We might score against the run of play. And the second part is, as long as he hasn't scored, he might change things, take risks, push further forward. And it might not work out for him, and we might score, basically. So we just really want to, you know, you want to put the impetus on your opponent to take the risks. Now, if he scores, however, in his opening domination, if he scores, then it changes everything, because he doesn't have to take any risk. He doesn't have to take them. It's up to us then. We're the ones being outplayed and we're the ones losing. We're the ones that have to take the risks. But as long as we're not losing, we don't have to take the risks. We just have to not concede. And that's exactly what we set out to do when we played without a striker, we went defensive. We didn't care. We won't care about scoring. We just don't concede, don't concede. Make his decisions difficult, make his life difficult. And you never know, we just might hit a goal against the run of play. And you know what? We did. And then the whole game plan changes again. And from that point where that goal goes in, the new game plan is we have been extremely fortunate to get this goal against the run of play. Let's not put that good fortune to good waste. Let's make sure that we give ourselves the best chance possible to win this match. knowing full well that we are lucky to be winning. Let's not make any mistake about it. We were lucky to be winning, but let's not put that good luck to waste. Let's turn that good luck into a win if we can. And in order to do that, you need to basically we fully identified that. Look at our formation. We knew that we were being outplayed. We knew that we were lucky to be winning. It's just all about, we're lucky. You know what? Yeah, we're lucky. We're lucky and we admit it. And we're going to win this match. We're going to try and win this match the best way that we're able to. And that way is to not concede a goal. And we lasted out the whole match without conceding a goal. And I think really the subs were very, very good. We subbed off a player who was tiring, who was quite a good creative force. But realistically, this match was never, once it got to half time, this match was never about us scoring another goal, I don't think. Yeah, we might have got lucky and scored one against run of play, but it was never about us outplaying them, being more creative. Nothing. That didn't matter. It was all about us not conceding a goal. And I think it was an absolutely brilliant decision to sacrifice Paulinho, bring on Salah at half time. I think that was a great decision. And then I think also fresh defender that could also move to centre half, who did move to centre half, knowing that we'd be able to do that and still play 5 at the back. I think that was an excellent move. I think the third sub, when we did it, I think that was bold. And normally you'd say, well, why are you taking the risk? Why would you make that third sub? Why would you do it in the 69th minute when you're winning 1-0? Why would you take that risk? What if we got an injured player the next minute? Well, the answer to that is that we were being outplayed. And we needed to take that risk to give ourselves the best chance to not concede a goal. And it might have blown up in our face, we might have got a player injured straight away, and we might have conceded 2 goals. However, we might not have made this sub and might not have had any player injured, and we might still have conceded 2 goals because we didn't play 5 at the back, we didn't bring a fresh defender on. We knew we were lucky. It's just luck management, basically. We were lucky, we're managing that good fortune, and we're doing our best possible to basically get a result. And I do think that even though it got into the closing match, when you consider, yes, he had 19 shots, whatever, but I think pretty sure at the start of this match, he might have had the first 6 shots, or 6 of the first 7 shots in the game, something like that. So if you consider that he had the first 6 shots or so, actually from that point forwards, pretty balanced match. I mean, you can't ignore the fact that he had the first 6 shots, but I'm just saying if you did, then actually from that point it was pretty balanced. And what does that mean? That means from the point where we shut up shop, it worked. And he had to take risks and push forward, and it didn't work out and whatever. But at the end of the day, we got the goal, we were lucky, we shut up shop. And from that point, really, it was quite a balanced match. In the opening stages, he dominated. We got a goal against run of play, and that enabled us to shut up shop. And he could never really sort of break us down. I mean, he still had another 12 shots or so he could have scored, obviously. But so did we. Have another 10 shots or so, we could have got a goal ourselves potentially against run of play. So, even if he scored, we might have got one ourselves. We might still have won 2-1 potentially. But I do feel like we shut up shop quite well, and I do feel like really, from half time, I think it was okay. And I don't know, I just really felt like, once we sort of got up to where we made this sub here, this second sub. So when was this? 61st minute. I felt very much that from the 60th minute, I wasn't hugely 100% confident or anything close to that. I wasn't hugely confident that we were going to win this match. I was very, very confident that we were going to get something from it. I was pretty confident that we were going to at least get a draw from this match. I knew that he was going to have some shots. I knew that he might score a goal. But I really felt like that we were just looking solid enough, we were looking good enough that we just probably weren't going to concede multiple goals here. And like we said, even if we scored one, we might have got one ourselves. We did have a few shots, it was possible. So it's like, you look at the stats, did we deserve to win according to the stats? Hell no, we didn't deserve to win, we deserved to lose. Maybe sneak a draw, we definitely didn't deserve to win, looking at the stats, but the stats don't tell the full story here, not at all. The full story of this match is, he dominated the match early, and didn't score, and then we got a goal against the run of play, and then actually from that point of the match onwards, it was a pretty balanced match. It was a very balanced match, and yeah, we did get it against run of play, and yeah, maybe he deserved to score 1 goal early or whatever. But that's the thing. This opening 20 minutes, there was a bit of luck involved, a bit of luck for us to not concede a goal, a bit of luck for us to score a goal. And the rest of that match onwards, though, there wasn't really any luck involved, except maybe a bit of bad luck to get that injury. But there wasn't really, it wasn't really heavily luck-driven this match. Really, the only bit of luck, really, like we said, was we were lucky to score a goal against run of play. That was really the one sort of key piece of luck, and the other key piece really was that he was a bit unlucky to not score in his first 6 shots or so. But at the end of the day, there's plenty of times in a match you have 6 shots and you don't score, and there's plenty of times you have a couple of shots and you do score. But I'm just saying, the key events really that we were a bit fortunate to score this goal, quite a bit fortunate, and we're a bit unlucky to get this injury, but to a degree it was of our own making, and to a degree this was just lucky. So we win. In summary, and he's unlucky to lose, but he'll just have to wait till next time. I think he's done enough there to feel a bit hard done by and feel even more motivated to beat us next time we play, basically. But it is the case now. I think 3 wins and 2 losses. Is that right? And it is really the case that all 3 of these wins were really grindy results. Really, really grindy results that that it's hard to see this being sustainable basically over the season, to survive on constantly picking up wins like in the match that we just had. It's really hard to see that happening. So I think either we need to buy some really high quality players fast, which with the budget that we have isn't realistically going to happen unless they're old, or we just get set for this grindy season. But I think we got enough in us, enough ability during matches to make decisions well. We got enough in us to avoid relegation, I think, and that was our main target. And I don't think we might pick up a couple of really good players and we might push for a top 3 spot, but honestly, I just think that it'd be so ridiculously far from guaranteed it isn't funny. We'll see. I think the better thing is just keep our eyes open in the transfer market, pick up the good deals when they come, play the long-term game still, not just keep building good foundations towards a state where we can and eventually become a top team, and not sort of do anything too short-term now to just try and finish a few spots higher in the league, because it could potentially be worth it if we could get that top 3 finish. But honestly, I just think this season that really is beyond us and Feta Cheese and PCCFC, and I would be delighted if I'm proven wrong and one of us 3 do get a top 3 spot, particularly if it's us, of course. I'd be delighted to be wrong, and I'd be very happy if any of us 3 manage to get one. But I just honestly think for this season in particular, it's just beyond us, and for us, we just need at least one more season to get that foundations in, to get the squad in. So anyway, cheers, thanks for watching, and catch you for the next match.